Hey there, worship team. Hope you guys are doing well today. This is your update video for Monday, November 30th, 2020. I hope all of you guys had a great Thanksgiving holiday. I know it was a different experience this year, so whether you were in person or virtual, I hope you took some time to make some great memories and to just recount all the ways the Lord has been gracious to you and all that He's given to you in 2020. All right, let's jump into today's updates. I have 4 things for you today, things that need to be on your radar. We are, as of tomorrow, beginning the month of December, which means there's a lot of things on the calendar, a lot of things going on. And so I want you to make sure these things are on your radar and that you can participate and be active during this time. First thing I want to mention is coming up this coming Sunday evening at 6:30 p.m. It's worship night, and it's going to be our first live worship night, I think, since early 2020. I think we had a pre-COVID worship night, but it's also going to be our first worship night since we did our virtual worship nights up through the middle of the summer. I want to encourage you to come out and be a part of this. Now, why do we do worship nights? I think it's important for us to stop and to remember why we do this. The first reason that we do worship nights is because it is important that God's people gather together. Now, we already do this on the weekends, and a lot of you who've come back to worship together in services know the importance that it is to have real, in-person, incarnate relationships with fellow believers. It's crucial, and it's crucial to your spiritual development. But also, the other important thing is that it's important for you to sing. And it's not just important for you to sing in isolation, which I hope you're doing. I hope you're singing on a regular basis, singing the truths of who God is, singing psalms and singing hymns and singing spiritual songs. I hope that's a part of your individual and your home life worship. But it's also absolutely critical that the Church of Jesus Christ sing together. In person, incarnate, real voices singing, proclaiming the truths of God, not only singing them to God, but singing them to one another and proclaiming them over one another. This is crucial to your spiritual development. Now, we understand that membership in God's kingdom is through faith alone by Christ alone. Growth in that kingdom also happens through faith alone and through Christ alone and through the means of grace that He gives us. And one of those means of grace that He gives us for sanctification and for growth is the singing of psalms and hymns and spiritual songs. It's absolutely crucial. And because of that, I want to invite you to come out live this Sunday evening. We'll be in the gym. We'll follow our typical social distancing protocol. We'll invite you to wear your masks in and to sing with or without your mask and just be a part of growing God's kingdom in our midst. This is absolutely crucial. We think that doing these worship nights is an important strategy, if you want to call it that, if you want to reduce what we're doing to business terms. It's an important strategy for the discipleship of our community, for the discipleship of us, one another's, and as we've been called to lead our community in worship, we think it's really critical. So put worship night on your calendar. Make it a priority. Come out this Sunday evening and sing, lift up the praises of the Lord, and let an abundance of thanksgiving come forth as we sing this Sunday night. Number 2, I want to talk about Team Night. Team Night is going to be next week on Thursday evening, December 10th. We're going to be at 6:30 p.m. in the worship center. Come out because I want to talk about 2021. I want us to revisit our core values. I want us to latch on to some fresh vision for 2021 and just to regroup and reunite around the ministry of the gospel to our people in our midst. So come on out next Thursday evening, December 10th, 6:30 p.m. We'll be in the worship center, and I think it's going to be a special evening for us all to be back together again. The next thing I want to make sure is on your schedule is Christmas Eve services. Now, I've mentioned this in several of the updates the last few weeks, but just as a recap, Christmas Eve services will happen on December 23rd and December 24th this year. The December 23rd services will be at 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock p.m. Those will be mask required required services. Now, we'll also have overflow in the chapel in case the worship center fills up, but those will be mask required services for all locations, and we will not stream those live online. The next day, December 24th, we'll have our services just like we did last year, 1 o'clock, 3 o'clock, and 5 o'clock p.m. All of those will be streamed online. All of those will be mask optional. As we have done through this whole process, we're going to ask the general congregation for everybody to wear a mask as you're coming in and out. That's a critical spot where transmission can happen as we're shifting in and out of our hallways and our lobby. Please wear a mask as you come in and out. You can then take it off whenever you get to services if you come on December 24th, 1, 3, and 5 o'clock p.m. Worship team, you guys know that you're expected to wear masks anytime you're not on the platform or anytime you are in kind of a secluded space around other people who are okay being unmasked. So those are the important details for the 23rd and 24th. One other note that I want to make sure you're aware of is we will be doing signups for these services, just like we've done for the services since back in June whenever we started meeting again. All of those signups will happen online. I believe those are going to go live next Monday on the 7th. I'll confirm that with you in next week's update video. But if you are serving those days, just like the weekends, you don't have to register for the services. If you do have family members coming with you, two things. Number one, please make sure they sign up for the service that they're attending. And number two, make sure they're not hanging out backstage. We do have to limit our spaces to those who are serving on Sunday mornings. We can't fill them up with extra family members and extra friends and extra people standing around. So please make sure you note those two things. That still applies for Christmas Eve as well. And the final thing today, as we go into the month of December tomorrow, that means it's time for another round of scheduling. It's relentless. Scheduling keeps happening, but you know what? It's a good problem to have because that means we have things going on, and I'm excited about that. So scheduling for January and February 2021 starts tomorrow. I want you guys to all take an opportunity this week before next Monday, the 7th, before our next update video. Please take an opportunity to put in all of your blockout dates for January and February of 2021. We're getting close to those times right now, so I think you probably should have a good idea of what your schedules are going to look like there. If you have any questions or if there's anything that's outstanding at the moment, just reach out to me or your team leader, whoever's doing the scheduling, and communicate. Communication is huge. If you have outstanding circumstances that are impacting your schedule, that's okay. I understand that. Communicate often and just keep us in the loop. If you don't communicate and you instead just decline everything that's sent to you, well, that's not fun. And it's not the most effective way to exist on a team. So make sure, go in, put in your blockout dates, keep them up to date, and then you can accept all of those service requests as they come your way. Well, that's everything for today. I hope you guys have a great first week of December. If you have any questions or if there's anything that we can pray for you guys this week, please feel free to comment below or to reach out via email. Have a great week, everybody.